through some quick reminders on the Minnesota Consumer Data Privacy Act in 2 minutes or less. First, you're going to see pretty typical data subject rights here, including the ability to access, port, correct, and delete your data, as well as to opt out of the sale of your data or use of your data for targeted advertising. These rights are going to work a little bit differently in Minnesota though, because you cannot disclose certain sensitive data while processing a data subject request. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a second here, but first I'll note that in order to comply with that, you are also expected to maintain a system inventory, most likely one that is managed by your assigned chief privacy officer, very similar to GDPR's DPO requirement. Minnesota is also the first state law to really think about profiling rights right alongside data subject rights. Essentially, the way this is going to look is that if your company has a profiling process or some kind of automated decision making, a consumer in Minnesota has the right to appeal the results of that process. They can do so by requesting to access the data that informed the model and then correcting any inaccurate data, and then requesting that the profiling or automated decision-making be reran using the newly accurate data. Let's also take a step back to remember the sensitive data and DSR requirement here. So for Minnesota, the fields of interest are going to be social security numbers, government ID numbers, financial account numbers, health insurance account numbers, medical ID numbers, account passwords, security questions and answers, and biometric data. All of this data must be redacted before a request results are sent to a consumer in an access or correction request. So you're going to gather all of the requester data as you would normally, and then make sure that you review and redact sensitive data before sending it to the consumer, knowing that you still do have to acknowledge, yes, we do have your social security number, or yes, we do have your biometric data on file without disclosing it. And that's Minnesota's Consumer Data Privacy Act in a nutshell.